Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the BBG and Immortal way of life. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You get these videos as they come out. And what more would you want out of your day? Now, we had our finale for the server for Project Zomboid the other day, so go check that out if you haven't already. Things got absolutely out of hand. I shouldn't have changed the zombie properties as much as I did. I absolutely destroyed my own base, but it is what it is. Anyway, I was coming on today literally just to grind and get things so I could get golden core inner powers, but I realized, you know, at the end of the last episode and when I logged on again, that this is 2 years and 2 years is not much time at all. So I'm going to go to the Lin House and see what the hell they want. The others aren't so bad. Dongshi Valley 14. Okay, we'll do that after. Lin House, let's go. Lin House, I have arrived. What do you wish of me? I assume I go to the Grand Hall. Or not. Don't rush out and greet a gold core or anything. I'm not your ancestor or anything. Jingy Bay, here you are. Hello. Hello. What do you wish of me? Hey, this has to start with the last incident. Although my father finally forcibly exited cultivation to solve the problem, it also caused his cultivation base to be damaged. After I entered the golden core stage, he found a secret realm outside by chance and he retreated again. And some rushing, vacant person who I haven't seen for decades and thought he was dead. After Father's retreat, he'd come out again and he didn't know how to break through the nascent soul realm. It's a good thing for my family to have another nascent soul elder, but this Chong Shu, which is the dude that got bitch slapped in the last little I'm gonna marry you, no I'm not escapade, then he will trouble us when he returns. Then could it be that the Lin family was caught by the Chong Shu scattered people? And for some reason it translates the Chinese lettering to scattered people when it should be cultivators, but anyway. Elder Tongyu said before that it was related to Master Qiyun. Although he relied on the power to fill his own pockets before, he is really good at this, since he was punished by his father by reflecting for a period of time. Qianxing City has gradually declined from its peak, which has allowed Chongshu Sanren to seize it and come to the door and accuse the Lin family of poor governance and use it to greatly weaken our share of spiritual stones. For this matter, Elder Miao Ai tried dozens of tricks with Chongshu, but it may be that he just entered nascent soul and his realm was a little unstable, so in the end he only ended up with a slight injury to Elder Miao. But no matter what, there are 2 nascent soul cultivators in the Wu Huo master and apprentice line now, and my father has just died. So the Lin what? What do you mean, died? So the Lin family can only be at the mercy of this master and apprentice. You said he found a secret realm. I am confusion. How dare these 2 old thieves be so arrogant? Could it be that there is the support of the palace master of the Star Palace behind them? It shouldn't be. That means it is. Yep, okay. I don't know either. Palace master. She's not bad to the Lin family and she wouldn't stand on the side of that old thief. Since Felidau's Lin is so convinced, let it be the case. I have a basis for thinking like this. That is just... I'm definitely right. Okay. Alright. Just when Lin Mu was thinking about how to convince you to believe her, the Lin family's chief elder, Venerable Tong Yu, appeared at the door at the right time. Let me explain this to Felidau as Jing. Elder Tong Yu, you're finally here. I told Jing Yi Mei all of your previous analysis, but I forgot some. Sorry for the delay, it's been hard work. It's okay, Elder Tong Yu came out at just the right time. You were talking about the Palace Master just now. Correct, we were. She's fucked, was the conclusion that I drew. After the Palace Master arrived at the nascent soul perfection realm more than 100 years ago, although she'd handled some of the internal affairs, she still spent most of the time in seclusion. They're confusing he and she again, which is understandable because it's the same bloody word. The Palace Lord had already entered closed door cultivation more than 10 years ago and has not yet exited, and no one knows when they'll exit. Therefore, it's more likely that the Palace Lord hasn't known what Chongshu has done in this time. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Then if he's invited to leave closed door cultivation, can this crisis of the Lin family be overcome? As far as the current situation is concerned, I'm afraid that the Palace Lord will stand on the side of Elder Wu Huo. Why? First of all, the income is relatively normal compared to other big cities, but it has indeed declined a lot compared to before, and the Lin family is to blame. Secondly, the Great Elder and Chongshu are both nascent soul cultivation, while the Lin family has only the head of the family, so our influence is still lower. When the two are in harmony, I think that the Palace Master will stand on the side of the Master and Apprentice. But if I just quickly pop up to Nascent Soul, is that what you want? It's nothing. I thought about it carefully, but it's still a bit inappropriate. Well, there is one thing that puzzles me. Please speak. A few decades ago, Chongshu even took the risk of bribing Master Qiyun in order to enter the Nascent Soul realm with a secret technique and double cultivation. And according to what lmao said, he seems unstable, so I suspect that Chongshu used sorcery to break through. Witchcraft! Exactly. That's not impossible. As far as I know, when a cultivator breaks through to the Nascent Soul realm, he has to face his demons. And the reckless performance of Chongshu in the Lin Mansion prior is a symptom of being disturbed by inner demons, and his Dao heart hadn't recovered. At that time, it seems that this person's hatred for the Lin family has become more and more profound after the breakthrough, but I don't know the reason. I'll just say otherwise. That old thief is already Nascent Soul. How come he's only got strength equal to the elder lmao of the Jindan stage? But it's strange that the Master didn't notice anything. The beloved disciple finally broke through to Nascent Soul. How could he think so much? But these are just speculations and there's no concrete evidence. I'm afraid that the Palace Master can't be persuaded. Well, but we can use this as an excuse to call the Palace Lord out of cultivation. The Palace Master has always cared about the reputation of Star Palace and will definitely investigate. It's just I'm afraid that Chongshu will pay close attention to the Lin family and prevent us from having the opportunity to contact the Palace Master. Give it to me, I'll do it. You're welcome. I broke Chongshu's treachery before, and I'm afraid he'll also trouble me after dealing with the Lin family. Well, yeah, that's true, definitely, yeah. Does the Taoist have a plan? Go to the Star Palace to congratulate Chongshu. Yeah, that'll do it. Tickle his ego. Chongshu finally broke through to Yuan Ying, and so as an old friend, I naturally want to congratulate him. Presumably when he sees me, he'll be angry too. At this time, I just need to motivate him to take action. Though the Palace Master of Star Palace is in a deep cultivation state, people who are in seclusion are very sensitive to the fluctuations of spiritual energy caused by battle, and they can use this to lead her out. What a neat trick, thank you. I've been alive for 147 years, I've learned some things. This idea is really good, but as Shin'er said, the Palace Master has always cared about the face of Star Palace. If fellow Taoist Jing is fighting with Chongshu's scattered people in the Star Palace, it will inevitably be noticed by other monks in the city. If it spreads, it will displease the Palace Master afterwards. If there is any other way, it's better to not be so direct. As of now, this is the only way to go. Well, since you're confident, it's up to you. Yep, thank you for your... Well... I also want to borrow your treasure before I go. Ooh. Are you trying to cover up your breath when you go to Star Palace? Yes, if I go directly, I may not be able to see Chongshu with my cultivation. But if the secret treasure is used to cover up my breath and pretend to be a monk... Yes! Yes, I get to pretend! It'll be easier to attract his attention and achieve a goal. Yes! Alright, it's time to act like an old master. I hope this treasure can help you deceive him. Well, I still have a few pills here too, so let's take them. After all, he's at the strength of Nascent Soul. If it's too hard to beat him, these pills should come in handy. Oh, thank you. Whoa. Hang on a minute. Increase your consciousness by 10 next time you fight. Yeah, I know what that does. Family secret treasure. I can't do anything with it, which is a bit sad. Oh, that's right. I was going to learn that. I forgot about that. Okay. Go to Star Palace in Tianqing. Yes, sir. Hello, Star Palace. After arriving at the Star Palace, he felt several divine senses swept through, but all of them were blocked by the Lin family's secret treasure. Immediately, the gatekeepers all stepped aside, and another Jindan cultivator greeted you from the Star Palace. The junior Wangdang has seen the senior. What is senior doing in the Star Palace? Hearing that Elder Guigong Chongshu has successfully entered Nascent Soul stage recently, this old man came to congratulate him and wanted to chat with him about this great avenue of heaven and earth. Boy, I could 100% imitate one of these people. When he took you to the hall, he said that he had other important matters and hurriedly retired. When entering the hall, Chongshu was already waiting. Compared with the old man years ago, he looks much younger, but abnormally pale. You guess that this is the after effect left by a so-called magic breakthrough. You must know that although it's difficult for a cultivator to break through the bottleneck, and reach nascent soul, the success will greatly improve their essence, energy, and spirit. Even if the breakthrough isn't smooth and the meridians and spiritual consciousness are damaged, if it's successful... Yeah, so he's going to be strong, I get it. I should have saved. Fuck. When you were observing him, the other party also noticed you standing at the door of the main hall. The original pale face of Chongshu flushed, obviously because you left him with a deep impression. I thought who would come to congratulate. I didn't think it was you, little bastard. Alright. When the Lin Patriarch was there to protect you, I couldn't do anything with you. Now that you still dare to deliver me to your door, deliver you to my door, then I will laugh at your little life. He laughed wildly, and at the same time a strong sense of consciousness swept over your position, but was easily blocked by the Lin family's secret treasure, making its exploration completely ineffective. Just a few decades, you. How's this possible? Don't try to fool me. Die, yes. Alright. Oh, shit. Ah. Okay. That's a lot of health. So, I'm gonna eat that. Maybe I should eat 2 of them. Maybe I should eat 3 of them. I don't know. But this ain't right. Pray for me. Oh God. Let me go first. Quit the battle when life value is less than 33%. How am I supposed to take off that amount of damage? Oh dear. Oh dear. This is bad. Maybe if I just block. It's good, right? That'll do it. Oh my God. I have concerns about my life, to be honest. Oh, he's got so much health. Whoa. How am I supposed to kill him? I have a feeling this is going to be quite problematic. Like, he hit... Oh my God. He hits too many. I've got to survive 5 rounds fighting him. Is that what you're telling me? Holy fuck. Okay. Not good. After a few rounds, you're finally unable to resist the spiritual mind art of crushing the void. After being hit from the front, you feel that your soul is shaking constantly, and the severe pain that follows fills your consciousness, and your body softens and falls to the ground. Dare to come to my star palace to make trouble with this little strength. It seems that I overestimated myself, but I did not underestimate you. Your strength is not at the level of a nascent soul. You fake nascent soul! You really lose the face of Star Palace. That's the way. Goad him. Goad him! You. The defeated generals still dare to say nonsense here. I'll make you shut up forever. The originally pale face of Chongshu turned red with rage, and even more serious was the golden light. With your current state, if you insist on receiving the divine art again, I'm afraid that your divine soul will dissipate on the spot. You take out the Lin family secret treasure. Wait, did he take it or did I take it out? Chongshu, stop. Just when you pinned all your hopes on the secret treasure of the Lin family, a cold female voice entered the ears of you and Chongshu. You feel that this person's voice is somewhat familiar, but you don't know when you've heard it. You just expect that the pseudo-nascent soul cultivator who defeated you before will stop in time. Chongshu was also stagnant when he heard the words, but the condensed magical powers obviously couldn't be easily dispersed. No, he didn't mean to stop, I'm just afraid he wanted to do it first. You see his grim expression, and the dazzling golden light of divine sense was already approaching you with the breath of death. Excuse me, lady. Please help. You have no choice but to inject the little remaining spiritual power into the Lin's family treasure, hoping for a way out. When the golden light of the divine mind was about to hit you, it really seemed to hit a wall of air. When it dissipated, you saw a female cultivator standing not far in front of you. If you change the angle, you can see that she's glaring at the vain person. It seemed that it wasn't the Lin's secret treasure that blocked it, but the female cultivator. And it should be the one who just asked Chongshu to stop. Why, you dare to ignore the words of this palace master. Wait, she got a whole headdress thing going on. Damn. Palace Master, how dare I disobey? It's just that this supernatural power is easy to put away and hard to collect. However, this person came to my star palace to cause trouble and injured the elders. It's reasonable for my disciple to take action. Huh, isn't this the Lin Patriarch's magic weapon? That old thief should have given it to his little daughter. Why is it in your hands? The female woman who was called the Palace Master didn't say anything, but turned and looked at you as if waiting for your explanation. At the same time, a young female cultivator walked slowly with her head down to stand behind the Palace Master, also without saying a word. And that Chongshu was quietly standing behind his own master, with a bashful look as if it wasn't just him who disobeyed the Palace Master's order. Bro, where's my master? Why isn't he standing in front of me? Oh, I didn't tell him, did I? Yeah, that explains a lot. That's my bad. But thinking that this person is already a Yuan Ying elder, the scene is a bit strange. It's just that you don't have the heart to mock him under the gaze of the Star Palace elder. This junior Jingy Mei has seen two seniors. To be honest, the younger generation was entrusted by the Lin family to come here. He detailed the actions of Chongshu and the Lin family and informed the Palace Master of your previous speculation. That's the way it is, and after the battle just now, I'm also convinced that it always broken through to the nascent soul stage. His strength is not much stronger than that of the late Jindan cultivator. Otherwise, the battle would not be such a stalemate. It's just that he didn't know what kind of magic he used when breaking through. I'm afraid I used the technique of harvesting and replenishing and then forcibly broke through the bottleneck at the cost of potential. Wait a minute. I know you. Do I not? Xinglinger was about to open her mouth to refute the master of Chongshu, but she swallowed her words when they reached her mouth, stuck her tongue out and hid behind the Palace Master again. Nonsense. As an old disciple, Chongshu, although not highly qualified, has been abiding by the palace rules for hundreds of years and has never formed a tower's companion for double cultivation. How could he use sorcery to break through? How? I just mentioned what he did in the Lin family many years ago, but you, the master, forgot? My god, my guy's got balls! Damn! Chongshu's master was angry for a while, and because of facts, he was speechless. Well, Wu Ho's master and apprentice are indeed doing something wrong. Little friend, you don't need to ridicule the two of them anymore. Let Chongshu talk about the breakthrough. Seeing the Palace Master asking, Chongshu was full of resentment, but he didn't dare to temporarily make up a lie, so he had to remain silent. I'm afraid he doesn't dare to admit it. The situation of Chongshu is indeed unreasonable, which is in line with Xiaoyou's suspicion. This matter will be personally investigated by the palace, and an explanation will be given to the Lin family after this matter is settled. Palace Lord, the old disciple has always adhered to the town. He definitely didn't break through with sorcery. This must be nonsense. There is indeed no problem with your normal person, but who of our cultivators is not going for immortality, and who is willing to die after hundreds of years of hard work? If it is you, your lifespan will be exhausted and you can't break through the bottleneck. What choice will you make? My old apprentice wouldn't. Needless to say, first put Chongshu into prison and then I'll deal with it after we go to the Lin house and understand the situation. If Chongshu really used an evil method or a supplementary technique, I don't need to say more about the consequences. Death! Since the little friend is carrying the Lin's family's secret treasure, he must be deeply trusted by them. So let's go to the Lin family. Yes, ma'am. As long as you don't kill me, anything is possible. I'm also really hurt. After returning to the Lin mansion, the palace master of the Star Palace learned about the situation from Master Tong Yu, Lin Muxin and the others. However, you feel that you've already done all you could to help and are no longer interested in listening. Instead, you want a pot of Immortal brew and go to the Chen Shi waiting with the respect of the cultivators of the Lin family. Old man, if you're under the bottleneck for a long time and can't break through and your lifespan is about to expire, will you be unscrupulous like rushing into the void? I don't know what I would have done back then, but now I think I wouldn't. Why? There are countless immortal cultivators in heaven and earth, but how many of them can get what they want? I'm fortunate to get it, but I am also destined to lose it. Now that I've been dead for 1,000 years, my friends and relatives are gone. All my disciples are dead. I've forgotten why I'm alone in my cultivation and what. There's an unusually powerful cultivator who's coming this way. Let's talk about it on another day. Okay. Oh, it seems that the old man is really old. To be fair, thousands of years, I'm already like, 14.7% of 1,000 years. I'm pretty old. Not long after, you saw the figure of Shinglinger pass by in the distance, but didn't stop. Instead, the Lin family sisters came to sit next to you. It's expected that the Star Lord, or the Star Lord, the Lord of the Star Palace has already understood what happened and the whole incident has settled down. You can see that the Lin sisters are not in a hurry to mention the result. They are just drinking and enjoying flowers and chatting on a few unrelated topics. It can be called comfortable. Well, isn't that lovely? After chatting for a long time, Lin Mushin finally couldn't hold back and took the initiative to mention your reward for helping the Lin family resolve this crisis. Yeah, let's go. Thank you for coming forward. If it weren't for you, this crisis would have required the Lin family to work hard and even let Father's cultivation base be damaged again to solve it. Therefore, Elder Tong Yu asked me to hand this storage bag to you, which is a little thought of the Lin family. Okay. A turtle bug. You serious? I've already spent 30 grand on one. It's just a small gesture. Your Lin family is welcome. Look at what you're pretending to do. It's easy to challenge the nascent soul cultivator by leaps and bounds. If I can't beat you, I must dispel your arrogance. Ouch. It seems that Chong Shu has left a dark energy inside me. Help me take a look. Am I flirting right now? Sir, this is a Wendy's. Hearing this, you pretended to be seriously injured and groaned in pain, and you almost vomited blood. What the hell? I'm going to help you heal your wounds. Okay, you, even I dare to lie. See if I don't beat you seriously. Just stay in the Lin mansion for 2 years to heal. 2 years? Ma'am, I'm busy. Seeing Lin Mushin's angrily wanting to do something, you can't help laughing out loud, and she slammed her fist into you several times. Seeing the two of you fighting together, Lin Mushu also covered her mouth and chuckled. What's that sound? Is that the sound of me getting married? Right, what's this turtle boat? Oh shit. Oh, 5th class. Get the fuck out. Fuck yeah, boy. Okay. Alright then. No, that was well worth it. 5th class spiritual boat, mate. That's like... That seems like a lot. I mean, I'm not arguing with it, of course, but... Just seems extreme. I'll take it. That's my first orange item. I don't even need to fight anybody anymore. I just run them over with that. Oh my goodness, I just came here to rest and I'm already getting texted. I'm on Do Not Disturb, damn. I have different options. Are you free next month to visit me at my cave? Bro, cultivate and chill, let's go. I'll come meet you next month. Alright. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave this short one here. I need to go on a grinding fest. That's what I need to do. I need those golden core spells. I need the inner things. It's just essential because I can't do proper golden core fights without golden core skills. It's just me having a lot of health. I'm like a super inflated foundation and it's not good, man. It's not good. But anyway, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Leave me a like, leave me a comment. Hopefully next episode I'll have everything, but we'll see what happens. As always, have a great day.